What's up,
Hey,
sir?
man.
How are you?
Pretty good. You?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
Well, I just want to say congratulations. This is pretty wild. I mean, I watched you from like since I was a kid, so that's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah. Thank you,
Um,
man.
but also just really glad to hear about you hosting the Emmys. So just for the first question, I'm just going to ask it just generally, but how does it feel to be hosting it, the Primetime Emmys?
Right now, like I have nerves about it when I think about it. You know what I mean? Just because it's a huge night. It's television's biggest night. You know what I'm saying? So, um, and it's not like I have small shoes to fill. Like there have been some incredible hosts, in previous years and stuff like
Yeah,
that. So, I just want to be of caliber and move the night along and get it done, basically. Because I know it's a stressful thing for pretty much everybody that's there. So like I think it's my job to kind of keep it light and keep it moving.
yeah. Now, I'm really glad you brought up the workers that are going to be helping out in the hosting.
Mhm,
Um, I've taken a lot of time to kind of like comb over a lot of the articles and listen to your podcast,
mhm.
which is really great, by the way.
Hey, thank you,
Um,
man.
uh, to hear kind of like how people what I found really interesting was how a lot of people praise your talent, your ability, what felt like it was just kind of natural. But what's really cool, and a question I'm going to ask you is that you never really talk about it like that. Instead, you talk about like the work that is necessary, but also the work of the people around you. So I was just
Mhm.
wondering, like, when did how did that come across? Like, when did you start realizing or paying attention more about how everyone else around is working and how that builds the thing you guys are creating?
I feel like I've always been aware of a community support system feeling kind of thing. You know what I mean? I'm a baby brother, so like I always felt like I was like part of the pack as opposed to like carving it out for myself. My mom made my gingerbread man costume, which was the first play I did in kindergarten. You know what I mean? So I never felt like I was the only one that was a part of this. And, she was a pivotal part of my acting journey in general. Like she got a job at my acting school so I could go there and like all kind of stuff, like driving me to auditions in North Carolina, just on a whim to try to see if we can get in that commercial. I didn't, but I remember we took that drive, to try to take that chance. So I always felt supported and I never felt it was all about me necessarily. Like I think I had a certain amount of talent. It's like, and playing sports does that too. Like you play your position, you know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
you do the best you can and you hope the rest of the team does what they can so everybody can win. But it's definitely an ensemble mentality. I've always had a group mindset.
Awesome. So is that kind of what drew you to sketch comedy?
Um, I don't know. I mean, I think experiencing sketch comedy is what drew me to it. I was like, oh my God, like these people just made me look like Bill Cosby. You know what I'm saying? Like I got the sweater on, I got the this, I got a cigar, and I can, not just be a kid in his room, like doing the voice. Like I fully look like this dude. And there's a set here and like all that kind of stuff. Like once you get a like real taste of, the professionalism of all these different departments coming together for your little performance of whatever it is, like it's infectious, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, oh wow, like this is not to necessarily be played with, you know what I mean? Like this is to like utilize to the best of your abilities, and then whatever will come from like people appreciating what you have done will come, basically. And that's kind of like how I've approached it all. It's just like it's about the work. It's not necessarily about me doing red carpets.
Yeah. No, I completely agree. And a lot of kind of what I've read kind of just harkens right back to that.
Mhm.
Um Now, I've read also that like SNL is kind of like a forever project. Like that's where you want to be to help build because you like love the institution and everything like that. So I was kind of wondering, like, was this something that you kind of just came to accept like just in the beginning, or was it something that you kind of came to as the years went by?
Definitely the years went by. You know, like in the beginning, it was a mystery every summer if I was going to be coming back there, you know, and I don't even think I've ever owned anything in New York. Like I'm still like an out of state resident, basically. So crazy because I've lived here longer than anywhere. But that's the nature of the business. That's the nature of, you know, being an actor for hire and all that kind of stuff. So you lean on, you know, the blessings of a show that can run for a while, you know what I mean? Let alone the opportunity to get 20 years under your belt somewhere. Like that's just unheard of. So that played a large role in it later on down the road when it, you know, it became like, all right, you're out of your 7-year like original deal, or now they want to like re-up for 2 years, and then they kept like re-upping and re-upping and re-upping, and I was like, well, if they keep asking me, like, am I supposed to say no? You know what I mean? Like, what an honor and, you know, a privilege it is to be called back and to be wanted like that. So I was just like, I'll keep answering the phone. You know what I'm saying? And all these other projects can either wait or they'll get done when I have time. You know, and that stability to be able to be in the same city and like raise a family and stuff like that, it means so much more than, oh, did I miss my opportunity to go do a bunch of movies or something like that? Like, I don't feel like I've missed anything. I feel like I'm right where I'm supposed to be, and it ain't like I'm trying to work that hard anyway.
So just one more question. Basically, I just wanted to ask you, now that to me, it feels like people are starting to finally recognize like the work you do. Mm-hmm. I've always liked you since I was a kid, but like the fact that there's a lot more reflection back to like older stuff, but particularly like the stuff that you were a part of, kind of, how does that feel to see that kind of, I guess, kind of nostalgic look back, but reflecting of like how your growth was from all that and Kenan and Kel to today?
I mean, I love it. You know, it's like a self, I told you so. Like, I told you, like, if you just put your head down and like do the work, the rest of it will work itself out, or it will come to you eventually, you know? And I think I was, you know, pretty accurate with that approach, you know what I'm saying? Because I've watched people chase the fame side of it without doing, you know, the work side of it, and it always fizzles out, you know, and spirals out. And you know, if they're healthy and they're lucky, they don't just die right away. You know what I'm saying? So I have to watch them kind of be on the outside of the fence looking in, and it sucks. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like I have a lot of friends that I grew up with that were working a whole lot and then now aren't. You know what I'm saying? And like that's gotta be a tough pill to swallow. So I never wanted to like chase the flame like that. I always wanted to just do my work and make sure that my work spoke to people that give work.
Well, again, thank you so much for your time. And again, congratulations. And I can't wait to see what you do next.
Thank you, man. Keep collecting stuff. I like your collectibles back there.
No, thank you very much.
Fanboys, professional artists, and professors. Maybe a nerd who's just like you, talking about the things that you like too. So I invite you to the NOC. In full color, you see me. The hard knock life. Comics, movies, and TV. Yeah. Pop culture with a different perspective. Watch it on your screen, hit play, so check this.